So, PhysioYogaLates attendees, as promised, I'm going to go through some resistance exercises with the theraband and the weights, and we're going to just really concentrate on technique. What I am so concerned about so often in social media is people lifting such heavy weights and just not focusing on the muscles that should be worked. They're very gross movements and you're so susceptible to injury. So it's really important you start with lower weights, so a really low weight, 1 kilo, 1.5 kilo, and then as you improve, you can then up that by 0.5 of a kilo at a time. But the vital importance of ever using weights is that you have to work the muscles you should be working and not getting into gross movements. All right, so let's pick up the theraband and you're going to wrap it around your hands. Bend the knees to start with, take the arms above your head, and we're going to do 10 pulses. Breathe all the time, keep the bottom tucked underneath you, and then bring it back behind you. Again, bending the knees, pulsing out. Theraband is such a lovely way to strengthen muscles, much more controlled. And then bring it behind you, start with those knees bent and pulse out. Good, then you bring the theraband all the way back. This is just such a lovely postural exercise. Bringing it back behind you. Again, watching if you have shoulder issues. You should never feel uncomfortable in those joints, just muscular work. Good, and then you can tuck the elbows in and push out, push out, push. Sustain it a little bit out here, 5 more. Push and hold. And then you bring the theraband all the way back. And then do the mirror image of me, so place both hands on that left hip, start with the knees bent and reach up as if you're drawing a sword. Again, keep the bottom tucked underneath you, and then you can bend a little bit lower if you wish. 4 more. And then other side. So again, bend those knees and reaching up. All in the quads, the glutes, core, and arm movement. So moving everything, working loads of muscles to burn those calories, but get the blood circulating around your body. And release, shake it out. Tuck those elbows into your waist. And we're going to work those lateral rotators, so you take the arms out, hold it there though, hold it for a count of 5, and slowly, slowly, slowly release. And again, out you go, and release. These are all regulars with our class, and be really good to do a little bit more during the week, yes? And out you go, and release, shake it out. Now, you place the theraband down, stand on it, wrap it around your hands, and we're going to do a side flexion. Wonderful for the waist. Lifting up. Again, always being careful if you have shoulder issues, you are not going to stretch this above 90. So always be aware with any resistance work, you should not have any joint issues going on unless you can move within that pain-free range and then strengthen up the muscles to improve the range of movement. And then you swap to the other side, wrap it around the hand, and over you go. Breathing in and out all the time. Wonderful for the rib cage, mobilizing the rib cage. And let's do one more. And release. So those are some really nice little theraband exercises. Now, as regarding the weights, again, I've been gradually increasing my weights over time. So I've got slightly heavier weights, but start small and build. So you bend the knees to start, keep the bottom tucked underneath you. You're taking the elbows back, chin should be tucked in, and then you can straighten. So this will work your triceps. And then you can do, we're just going to do 10 of each. And release. And then you can march on the spot, shoulders and elbows to 90. Keep them upright, open, push up, down, together. Now you can always increase the number you push up. So you could do 2 or 1 or 3. Pushing up, down, together, open, reaching up. As I said, if you have shoulder issues, you would struggle with these. But if you have no shoulder issues, this is a lovely general arm exercise. Open, reach up, down, together, and release. And so again, you can really check that you're doing equally on both sides. Again, a nice marching. You can take the arms up above your head, bend the elbows back, and reach up. Bend back, reaching up. Again, a lovely triceps exercise. So important to push us up from the floor, push up from a chair. Carrying shopping. We need these upper arm strength in our muscles. And release. Shake it out. That's good. And then legs slightly apart. Always tuck that bottom in, and you can lift the arms up. Just to 90, lift up. Again, you should not be overworking your neck muscles. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in. 3 more. Last one. And release. And shake it out. And then marching. Take the arms up. Again, do this slowly so you really feel the muscles working and you're not hitching the shoulders. So you should never be overworking your neck muscles. And down, and out, and forwards. And then you could kick the heels back and you could punch the arms forwards. Release, and let's finish off with a nice side flexion. Again, taking that weight over, opening up the hips, keep the pelvis level, and then down into your squat. Power through as you stretch it over, and then over, and down, and then you can go over to the other side. Just hold it a second so you really feel that you're opening up the hips, keeping the pelvis level, and down, powering over, feeling the quads working, glutes, core, and then you can alternate. So over to one side, and over, and stretching over, and over, and release. Roll those shoulders, hitch the shoulders up, and release. Hitch them up and release. And then a little bit of rotation just to loosen up any build-up of tension that you might have built up. And this, the body loves to be rotated, loves a little bit of movement. Roll those shoulders, feel the core engaging, move the shoulder blades down, make sure those shoulder blades are sitting onto your rib cage, little softening of the knees, core always engaged, and you could go marching off around the room with those weights, striking down with the heel, and roll the shoulders. Well done.